I said salute to the untouchable True School Sports Empire.
That's
Taking
right, the
over
untouchable.
not only the South Florida boxing scene, but the worldwide boxing scene.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, I just wanted to give my thoughts on Alycia Baumgarder, Mikaela Mayer. You know, a lot's been said about the fight since it's transpired, and I just wanted to kind of expound upon it and give some more of my thoughts now that we've had time to process what's happened. Now, Alycia Baumgarder, this is a fighter and a Baumgarder that a lot of people, and I'll raise my hand and say myself included, and I was beyond elated to be wrong about this, but a lot of us didn't think that Alycia Baumgarder had that next gear to outbox and, you know, beat Mikaela Mayer the way she did. We all felt like, a lot of people felt like if Baumgarder was going to beat Mayer, it was going to be because she landed something big early on in the fight. But oh boy, were we ever wrong. And oftentimes I often talk about fighters being able to put things together on that one night. You know, they may not show all their skills on one night, but they had that one night where they put all the attributes together at the right time against the right opponent under, you know, the bright lights. And that's what happened here with Alycia Baumgarder. We all knew Alycia Baumgarder had the athleticism to really give Mayer problems and fits. But boxing ability was a whole different can of gravy, a whole different thing, you know. Mayer had that amateur pedigree. She had boxed and perfected being tall off that jab. She was a world-class, creme de la creme, top shelf, top flight fighter, Mikaela Mayer. And Baumgarder was able to go in there, use her legs, use her athleticism, use that up jab, use that counter right hand, and a variety of beautiful punches within her punch selection to go out there and outbox Mikaela Mayer. And a lot of people are crying foul play and robbery, and they're saying Mikaela Mayer didn't win or Mikaela Mayer was robbed, and I've heard all kinds of things. I've heard like Mikaela Mayer was robbed. I've heard Mikaela Mayer only lost the fight because Alycia Baumgarder looks better than her. I've heard all kinds of craziness, but the reality is, you know, it was a razor close fight. It could have went either way. I scored a 6-4 for Alycia. My dad scored a 6-4 for Mikaela Mayer. If it would have been a draw, that would have been a fair and just decision. But it was one of those fights. It was one of those competitive fights. My boy Sean Zattel from Fight Hype, shout out to him. I saw his tweet. He said that like this fight was probably one of the best fights in years when it comes to just the battle of the jabs. And it's true. You had the great up jab of the great reflex, athletic up jab of Alycia Baumgarder, moving and circling to her right and her left against the textbook, straight, fundamentally sound jab of Mikaela Mayer coming from being a taller fighter. So it was a great fight within the fight, the battle of the jabs. But as far as Baumgarder, where does she go now? Because she's come a long way in her career. Remember, it was against all odds twice. You know, first and foremost, she fought both times. The biggest wins are across the pond. One time against, you know, the fellow Brit, Terry Harper, the British fighter, knocked her out standing up. Now she fought top ranks, media darling, Mikaela Mayer, and beat her on her own network. So and nothing was given to Alycia Baumgarder. She got it off the muscle. You know, she really went out there and showed who she was to the world as a boxer and a puncher in both fights. So she pretty much was speaking to a number of media outlets saying like pretty much that Mikaela Mayer ain't getting no rematch. And why not? And I'm not really mad at her for saying that because she went out there and did something that most people thought she couldn't do. She outboxed her. Second of all, there's another champion in the division in Min Choi that she can go fight to become undisputed. Now, Choi has had this thing where she doesn't want to, you know, she's avoided a lot of girls, and a lot of the girls in her weight class have complained about her not wanting to fight, you know, from Alycia to Mikaela Mayer to even her Marine Shea, the former world champion, complained about it. So we'll see if that fight happens, but Baumgarder wants to make sure she solidifies herself as the #1 fighter in this weight class. She's not trying to do what a lot of fighters do in boxing, where they get one big win or half the belts, and then leave the weight class and say they cleared out the division. No, 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 no. She wants to make sure that she leaves no stones unturned. Let there be no doubts. Let there be no confusions. Let there be no qualms about what it was like at 130 when Alycia Baumgarder was in the weight class. She wants to make sure that she's the #1 girl in this weight class. So we'll see if the Choi fight comes off. But I really think Alycia Baumgarder is in a great position for boxing moving forward. She's at 130, so if she can't get the Choi fights and she doesn't want to do the Mikaela Mayer rematch right away, then I think there's 2 massive fights for her in and around her weight. And I talked about this years ago. If you guys go back and you watch my prospect review video on Alycia Baumgarder from 2018, and yes, I was talking about Alycia Baumgarder in 2018. I mentioned this being a reason as to why she's gonna have she's gonna have the potential for a lot of success in boxing, and that reason was because she's gonna have a lot of dance partners around her weight class. Because you can be a great fighter, but you can be like a Sinisa Estrada and have a lack of dance partners, top flight fighters to fight. That the people get intrigued about. So she at 126, you got Amanda Serrano who can move up. Because Serrano's moved up to as high as 135 for Katie Taylor. So you have Serrano versus Baumgarder. That would be a great fight. Those are 2 of the biggest punchers in women's boxing. Then you got, at 135, you got Katie Taylor, who she's got to fight in about 2 weeks with Karen Carbajal. So, just so long as she comes out of that, that's also a great fight, because Katie Taylor is looked at by some, not by me, but by some, as the best women's fighter in the world. Pound #1 women's fighter in the world, but she's definitely pound top 3. So that would be a great fight, and that would be a truly another legacy-defining fight for the bomb Alycia Baumgarder, who I really think has star potential, big star potential in women's boxing. So as far as Mikaela Mayer, listen, a lot of people who don't follow women's boxing, who only watch this fight, can say, well, she deserves an immediate rematch, but does she really? Because there was a fight she had before this with the French girl Marie Hamadouche. And there's people out there that thought she lost to Hamadouche. So maybe she can go run that one back, and Alycia can go sort herself out at 130 with Choi. And if not that, go look for legacy fights. And, there's no shortage of fights from 130 to 135. From 126 to 135, there's no shortage of great fights to be made. So I cannot begin to describe, as a boxing fan who's followed Alycia Baumgarder since she fought for Evander Holyfield's now defunct promotional company, Real Deal Promotions, I cannot begin to put it together in my spirit, in my heart, how happy I am for her. Because a lot of fighters say like they got it off the muscle, they came from the mud. She really has come from the mud. She wasn't the blue chip amateur. She wasn't the she didn't have the red carpet rolled out by her by Top Rank or Matchroom. Even Eddie Hearn even said it in his recent Instagram post, because that's who she signed to. He said that not so long ago, Alycia Baumgarder was banging on the door of Matchroom Boxing, just trying to get any opportunity she could, and now she sits atop the throne of the super featherweight division as a unified WBC. What is it? WBC? Was it WBO or IBF? She's got 2 of the belts. She's made a name for herself. She's gained a lot of fans by being a major factor in one of the greatest build-ups boxing has seen over the last 5 years between her and Mikaela Mayer, and that's just what it is. So best wishes to Mikaela Mayer going forward. I don't think this is the end of the road for her. She's still a world-class, top-flight, creme de la creme, top-shelf fighter. She can go fight Marie Hamadouche in a rematch. She could go move up to 135 and pursue big fights. I mean, the road hasn't ended for Mikaela Mayer. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Personally, for me, the fight I want to see, if I was the commissioner of boxing, the next fight I'd be making is Amanda Serrano versus Alycia Baumgarder, 2 of the biggest punchers in the sport. But I'm not the commissioner. I'm just a kid from Dania with a YouTube channel who loves the sport and covers it every day. So yeah, make it that what you will. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
And I think True School Sports, he's the truth. One of the best YouTube, the best.
Ooh, the number one.
Brandon, you've been there, man, and you're building up a good following with us.
Thank you.
And I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing too. You are spectacular, and
Thank you, man. All the best to True School Boxing, and keep up the good work.